How is the ABAS-3 scored and interpreted? Have you ever wondered how the Adaptive Behavior Assessment System, 3rd edition, is scored and what those scores mean, especially for individuals with Autism Spectrum Disorder? Let's break it down in a straightforward way. The ABAS-3 is a tool used to assess adaptive behavior across various daily living skills. It focuses on 11 specific areas of adaptive skills, which include things like communication, self-care, and social skills. To score the ABAS-3, ratings are collected from people who know the individual well. This could be parents, teachers, caregivers, or even the individual themselves if they are adults. They fill out behavior rating scales that reflected how the person functions in daily life. Once these forms are completed, the responses are used to generate scaled scores for each of the 11 skill areas. These scaled scores are then grouped into 3 broader domains: conceptual, social, and practical. This grouping helps to simplify the understanding of the individual's abilities. From these domain scores, an overall score called the General Adaptive Composite is calculated. This composite score gives a summary of the person's overall adaptive behavior performance. The scores are presented as standard scores, which include confidence intervals and percentile ranks. This allows for a comparison of the individual's adaptive skills against a normative sample, which represents the general population. Such comparisons help identify both strengths and weaknesses in adaptive functioning. When interpreting the ABAS-3 scores, it is essential to look at the scaled scores for each skill area, the domain scores, and the general adaptive composite. This examination helps determine which areas may be delayed or impaired. The scores can be categorized descriptively, indicating whether the adaptive functioning is average, below average, or significantly below average. For individuals with Autism Spectrum Disorder, the ABAS-3 is particularly beneficial. It provides a detailed profile of adaptive skills, which are often challenging for those on the spectrum. The assessment aids clinicians and educators in pinpointing specific adaptive behavior deficits, which can guide intervention planning and track progress over time. Administering and scoring the ABAS-3 is designed to be straightforward. Typically, it takes about 15 to 20 minutes to complete each rating form. This efficiency makes it a practical tool for ongoing support for individuals with developmental delays, autism, intellectual disabilities, and related conditions. In summary, scoring the ABAS-3 involves gathering ratings from informants, calculating scaled scores for the 11 adaptive skill areas, combining these into 3 adaptive domains, and producing a general adaptive composite score. By comparing these scores to normative data, we can interpret levels of adaptive functioning and clarify the degree of skill development. This structured approach helps provide a clear understanding of an individual's adaptive behavior profile, which is essential for supporting those with autism and other developmental conditions.